All right, Damon, let's take a look at your paper. MLA format first. This looks good. This looks good. The Priceless Medicine. That's actually not a bad title for your topic on laughter. Now, one thing I would point out to you as you look at some of these paragraphs is just remember what we did when we look at poems and just structure. Like right away, I can tell you that this paragraph is probably too short. And I can give you some examples here. First off, you jump right into your topic, which is the idea of laughter. So we want a more attention-getting start. So maybe we start. Can you start with a joke? Maybe 2 or 3 sentence joke, or maybe just 1 sentence, or something like that. I mean, that would be. I think would be a pretty, awesome way, because then your reader's laughing right off the bat, and you get right into your topic. So I think that would be appropriate for this. So you kind of get into your topic already about laughter. Better persons of life, and that's no joke. Just to let you know, I am not a huge fan of puns, but I think I would cut it, but that's just me because I don't like it. But it's up to you. The sound of ear splitting laughter. So you have some good word choice in here. I like that. Contagious and so on and so forth. So is more contagious than the common cold, sneeze, or yawn, which I like that connection. When laughter is shared, it brings people together and increases happiness. Now, basically, what you've done here, these are your main points. Physically, mentally, socially are going to be your main points. What you still need is a strong thesis statement. You need a thesis statement that says, here is the message of all these things. Yes, it benefits us in these ways, but what ultimately are you telling us about laughter? And that should be clear in the body paragraph. So make sure your thesis statement is really strong for that. And I don't even know if you've really gotten to the idea of what your paper is about, other than this right here, is the benefits of it. So maybe mention benefits later, or earlier, sorry, then get to this, then get to a thesis statement. So add a few more things there in that first paragraph. I know I mentioned the whole joke thing at the beginning, but maybe you kind of interweave jokes throughout the whole paragraphs as well. Maybe right at the beginning you start each paragraph with a joke, and then that hopefully leads into, and maybe it could be a joke about something physical, something mental, something social, down at the bottom, something like that. Maybe that's a good way to tie your paper together. This is maybe a little overboard. They're fascinating. I don't know. That just seems, when that exclamation point there just doesn't seem right. Blood pressure doesn't need to be capitalized. Allows blood to flow, which is fine. Are there any other physical benefits? Because I feel like it basically is blood pressure, stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, and much more, you say, but you don't mention it. I feel like there maybe could be some more physical benefits that aren't just, could it be like relaxing muscles when we laugh? Could it be, I don't know. I feel like there might be something else in here that you could use. And then you do have a good little transitional statement. Although, and even everyday stress that creeps up, it's a priceless antidote for this, and even everyday stress that creeps up on us when we don't notice it. And then dive into it. I don't know if works effectively as a good ending to that sentence. But you definitely need a few more things in this paragraph to make it longer, whether it's more examples or, sort of a hypothetical, where we could laugh that would really help us physically. Could it be, talk about maybe in a hospital, they often have clowns come in or something like that. At Children's Hospital, kind of raise those spirits. So maybe that's getting more into the mental side of it. All right, so we get into the next one about stress. I feel like it's a weak ending, but it happens. It seems like a weak ending. Maybe change that ending. You get into a personal example, which is awesome. 4, keep in mind, you spell out numbers through 11, so make sure you spell out 4. And you get an idea of why you laugh. If I were you, I would organize this a little bit differently. I would put this example towards the bottom of it and get into so let her laugh. When people laugh, they can't be heartbroken, etc. And then get into that, and then get into all I do is think of something funny that's happened and whatever, and then you jump right down there. So move this all the way down here, and then make that example. So I think that would be a better way to organize that paragraph. I like this idea. They can't be heartbroken, angry, or feel jittery. And maybe you could go into that. The idea, give me some personal examples. You break up with somebody, you get in a fight with your parents. What is the best way to kind of relieve some of that stress? And that is laughter. So I like that idea. If you could tie some more specific examples into it. And then humor helps people keep a positive attitude in difficult situations, which leads into your next paragraph. But it's not leading into your topic. Your topic really is about social situations. And so maybe add that concept in here at the end of that to make it a stronger transition. All right, so your last one is about social situations. I think you're struggling a little bit with this paragraph because I don't know if you have some great concepts in here as much as the last paragraphs. So anyways, the idea that it attracts more people like a magnet. So you're using figurative language, which good. I know magnets attract metal. You probably don't need to put that part in there. Just say it attracts people like a magnet, and that'll be good. Make sure you have strong topic sentences too. By laughing during social situations, you are doing this, which you kind of get to the idea with attracting more people. So that one's not bad, but you're also not mentioning laughter in here as well. So, and I know that's a given, but maybe you make that stronger anyways. So I like the idea that it acts as a firm border against stress, disappointment, and disagreement. Again, give me some examples of where that might come up in social situations where laughter could diffuse some of that. You were probably looking for a different word than humans, and you can't. So let's look at the end. Next time someone is sitting on the couch, tell stories, etc. I like the examples of the bowling, the laser tag, the mini golf, but again, I don't like the whole happy wife equals happy life. I don't think that's as strong for you, especially. And I think it's kind of different tone too. All right, so let's look at the last paragraph here, which is your conclusion. So you have laughing benefits humans physically, mentally, and socially. So that was your thesis statement, but again, we want a better thesis statement anyway. So we want to change that. People who lower their blood or blood pressure, or even start at normal levels, reduce the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and kidney failure. So now you're going through your main points and hopefully summarizing them, which looks good. They create more people. So let me ask you this question. Don't use the word you. That's not what we want to do. Every time you use the word you lose a point. So you. Are you willing to open up and let out a few giggles here and there? Laughing honestly can't hurt anyone. Whether people realize it or not, laughter benefits everyone in a variety of ways. Really weak end part because it's basically you're stating your main point of your essay, your topic of your essay. So that's really weak. Again, end on a joke, end on something to make us laugh. So with your works cited page, we want to have it left justified, so everything has to start on the left-hand side, and then you tab over if it goes on to the second page. MLA Citations says nowadays you do not have to have the website address, so you can take that out. You don't need that at all. So take that out of the equation. And then, 7 health benefits. Did you actually bring that up in the health one? Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine. The only thing you cited in text was laughter is the best medicine. So the health benefits one, where did you use that in the paper? Because you said you had it down here, but I didn't see you actually use that in the paper. So tell me where you use that as well. So just work on that as the works cited page. So need a little bit more from you in the body paragraphs, but it's a good start to a paper.